Welcome to It's Not God's Fault. Hi, I'm Yoli, and this is episode 10. Today we're going to talk about green flags, what healthy actually looks like. Before I begin, I want to remind you that some names and identifying details may have been changed to protect privacy. For the past several episodes, we've talked about red flags. We've talked about anger, control, fear, denial, trauma bonds, and why we ignore warning signs and even when they're right in front of us. But awareness alone is not enough. If all we learn is what to avoid, then we become guarded, suspicious, and even hopeless. So today I want to pivot a little bit. Today we're going to talk about green flags and what healthy actually looks like. Because if you grew up around chaos and control, calm can look and feel boring. Stability can feel suspicious, and respect is unfamiliar. And you cannot choose what you do not recognize. Green flags are hard to see when you're used to volatility. Your nervous system just expects things to be volatile. I remember when my current husband and I dated, and I was around his calmness, I just kept waiting for something to shift, waiting for sarcasm, criticism, or even a mood change. And when it didn't come, I felt a little restless at first because that's what trauma does. It trains you to scan for danger. A healthy relationship can feel quiet. And when you're used to noise, quiet feels awkward and sometimes even wrong. It can even feel like there's no spark because there's no anxiety. And I did not know how to interpret or behave around that at first. Green flags are not dramatic. They're not grand gestures of constant texting or big promises or broken promises. They're patterns, just like red flags. They show up in ordinary moments when you least expect them. An example would be if you don't agree with something, instead of them mocking you or dismissing you or even punishing you, they'll say, okay, well, tell me why. The conversation stays calm. It doesn't escalate. It doesn't call you names. They don't retaliate. And that's a green flag. If you say, I'm not comfortable with that, they don't pressure you, they don't guilt you, and they don't keep circling back to try to wear you down. Green flag, because they respected it. When they've had a bad day, they don't get irritated and go around the house slamming doors. They don't make the whole room feel unsafe. They don't turn on you and turn you into an emotional punching bag. They'll say something like, yeah, I've had a rough day, but they manage it and they don't expect you to manage it. That is called emotional regulation, and that's a big green flag when they can handle their own emotional regulation and don't expect you to do it. If you go out with friends, they aren't texting you constantly to check on where you're at, to make sure you're who you said you were going to be with. They're not making passive-aggressive comments when you get home accusing you of having an affair. They don't ask you, I hope you had a good time. But if they do ask, did you have a good time and mean it, then that's a green flag. If you ever say something to hurt them and you apologize, they listen and they accept it. If they say something to hurt you, they apologize. They don't tell you that you're just being too sensitive. They don't twist it on you. They say, I'm sorry, and then they change it. That's a green flag. One green flag is how your body responds to this person. Are you constantly rehearsing conversations in your head, trying to edit yourself mid-sentence? No, you're not scanning their tone for danger. Your shoulders aren't tight. You're not breathing unsteady. Your nervous system is at rest. That's a green flag. Safety is not exciting or destabilizing. Safety is calm. When I think about the story I told you about Chelu, what stands out was not romance. He was steady. He didn't escalate. He didn't pressure me. He didn't even mock my fear. He didn't even demand reassurance. He was calm. And at the time, I didn't recognize that. Now, I see it as emotional maturity. I did not know how to trust someone steady, and I didn't know how to survive without intensity. Matthew McConaughey, in his book Green Lights, says we cannot fully appreciate the light without the shadows. We have to be thrown off balance to find our footing. Healthy love does not feel like adrenaline. It does not feel like chasing or convincing or proving. It feels predictable, respectful. It's safe to disagree. It's safe to breathe. And if you've never experienced that, it might take time to trust it. The calm isn't boring. It is secure. If you're in a relationship right now, ask yourself, do I feel free to disagree? Do I feel respected when I say no? Is my world expanding or shrinking? Ask yourself, do I feel safe in my body? Am I managing their emotions, or are we both responsible for ourselves? Green flags are not complicated. They are consistent. For a long time, I thought passion meant intensity. I thought love meant endurance, and that excitement meant chemistry. But now I know this, that healthy love does not require that you disappear. Healthy love does not require fear to keep it alive. You deserve calm, you deserve respect, you deserve to feel safe in your own body. Seeing green flags is not about lowering your standards, it's about raising them. Another thing Matthew McConaughey said in his book Green Lights, he said, "Me? I haven't made all A's in the art of living, but I give a damn, and I'll take an experienced C over an arrogant A any day." What he is saying is that, yeah, we make mistakes, and we learn from them. In the next episode, episode 11, we're going to talk about something just as important. Knowing green flags is one thing, but learning how to choose them after trauma is another. Because even when you recognize something healthy, your nervous system might still crave the familiar chaos. So next time, we're going to talk about how to rebuild trust in yourself and how to slow down attachment. We'll talk about how to retrain your body to recognize safety as being safe. That is where real and true healing begins. And I will leave you with one last Matthew McConaughey quote from Green Lights. He said, "All destruction eventually leads to construction. All death eventually leads to birth. All pain eventually leads to pleasure. In this life or the next, what goes down will come up. It's a matter of how we see the challenge in front of us and how we engage with it. Persist, pivot, or concede. It's up to us. Our choice every time."